What is up? What is up, everyone? Happy Monday, if there's a such thing as a happy Monday for some people. It's always happy for me because it's one day closer to the great day of New Comic Book Day on Wednesday. Can't wait for that. But of course, we're not here for that today. We're here to talk collected editions, omnibus, all that. Welcome to the amazing Collect Edition show. And without further ado, I'm going to bring in my buddy, my co host, my man, Margate.
Yay, station
Station. Oh, station.
or peace
um,
Fargate. All right, how you
yeah,
doing,
what's
hon?
going on? I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
How
Today,
was your Fourth of
July
July?
5th. My 4th of July was was a little. It was good. It was good, but it was like a little like worrisome because I have family coming from New York. It's 4th of July and all that. Their flights were delayed, and but they finally came in. I was able after my show. I was able to go get them. You know what I mean?
Cool.
And we had a good time. We had dinner at a Mexican restaurant. Had some good Mexican food with some good music. Was out late with them and all that. Enjoyed my 4th of July. How was your 4th of July, Mr. Fargate?
That was pretty good. I went over to my mom's house and had dinner, and then I went over to a friend's house who lives right across the street where they do the fireworks uh, in my local city, Plano. So we all hung out together and watched some fireworks and ate some food, and it's pretty good. Were you able to
Oh,
see the? Were you near the water where they did the fireworks in New York? Are you able? Were you able to see that big fireworks display that they showed on TV every day, every year?
the funny thing about that is my my aunts, my family, it was my aunt with my little nephew. Uh, when I went to go pick them up, it was like after 9. I finally got them, and as we were going through the
The
BQE,
tunnel? Oh,
like a lot of people don't know what the BQE is like.
don't know what that is.
A highway, highway like plenty of highways. Like you got I-95 that takes you from here
I,
all the way to Florida. I don't know what takes you to where you at, but the BQE is the Brooklyn Queens Expressway. So that's the main one that takes you from Brooklyn to Queens. Um, so there's a big bridge there. As we were going through the bridge, there was a huge traffic jam. You know what I mean? And we were
right.
like, the streets were clear. In New York, if you want to travel, you try, around New York, around the boroughs and stuff. Uh, a holiday, especially 4th of July, everybody's at wherever they want to be already, and it is clear.
Yeah,
But when we went to this bridge, it got clogged up, and that's because people wanted to stay in the bridge so they could watch the fireworks
I
across the
hate that.
sky from the Empire State Building
Yeah.
on this year.
Well, well,
It
here
was
in
straight
Texas,
up fireworks. And hold on a sec, straight up fireworks, and we saw it all. Of course, I still ended up going back to my mom's house, and we saw the rest of it on the roof. But my little nephew, first time being in New York, first time ever, he got something over his brothers and sisters because now he could tell them I went 4th of July, saw some fireworks, and it was amazing seeing them over the bridge like that for a little while. It looked like it was right in your face and all that, gorgeous. But uh,
yeah.
continue. What you were gonna say?
Well, when the fireworks they do in my town, Plano, it's a suburb of Dallas. It's like they launch it from a community college like field, but there's so many fields and parking spaces. That's not an issue. And actually, everyone has a truck in Texas, so we just pull off the road onto the side, up on the grass, and back the truck up, and boom, set up, and then when it's done, we're out of there.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I saw
it
you
was.
posting pictures and all that, having
Now that
fun
was
and festivals
the
and
day
stuff.
before when we went down to downtown McKinney. They had a little parade and activities, and it's a big antique place. So we went down there for a few hours, but it was the next night, Sunday night, in Plano that we saw the fireworks. So everything worked out.
Nice,
So
nice. Yeah, man. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Of course, everybody, if you enjoying what you're watching and all that, help me out. uh, smash that like button. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ding, ding, ding that bell for notification for future videos. So you can see wonderful videos like me and Fargate and all the other, especially the members of the Bad Batch. We all enjoy doing these videos. We all enjoy talking to you guys. And yeah, today is the Amazing Collector Edition show, a show we do once a month to show the our collector edition what we get, and also to show what's coming up for the DCBS. I'm getting better at that. So
The Sound Comic Book Service.
yeah.
Now, that's just one possible site you can pre-order from. There's several others, just the one we use a lot, and it's whatever. So yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get my monthly pre-order haul. I won't get it until Wednesday. So I don't know about you.
I got some books to show here, but my haul, for whatever reason, they combined 3 months worth of omnibus. It's not like it's a super a lot, but it's
Right.
like one here, two there, two there. So it's like 5 or 6, like the last 3 or 4 months. So it's like 4 or 5
Yeah.
books all in one
Well,
coming to me. And
I
it's
think
like,
once a
oh,
month
great.
shipping, and whatever I pre-ordered, whatever got released that month, and they pulled. I mean, throughout the month, they said, okay, this came out. They stacked it up somewhere for me, and then at the beginning of the next month, they ship it all to me. So I never know I kind of know what floppies or singles on my pull list I'm going to get, but collected editions, it's kind of like when you buy them, you could get in 2 months or 4 months or 6 months. So I can see when I go to DCBS, you can go to a section for shipping, and you'll see shipping soon, and you can see your list of books that are coming. So I can see what books are coming to me Wednesday, which I can cover later, but I don't actually have them in hand. Maybe Thursday, if we both get our Thursday when you do your weekly haul, we can say, hey, I got my box. Here's what I hauled. Do an unboxing of our monthly shipment.
Yeah,
but
man.
anyway, I guess this is the part where we show the different collected edition formats. Last month, the first show, I kind of concentrated on Marvel, trade paperback, oversized hardcovers, epics, omnibuses. So today I'm going to
Before you do that, anybody who has any questions towards the end of the show, we'll answer some of your questions. TM, I know you have a question. I'll ask it again towards the end, please. That's a good question you just asked. And right before we show that, I would like to say happy birthday to my man TM Nerdy. You know what I mean? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Travis. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, TM Travis.
Wait.
I hope you're enjoying your day. I know like you got a huge sit down coming up on Wednesday, because he's gonna interview our guy as soon as I find his thing on here. Our guy Rockin' Robbie is gonna be
Yeah, we
on
need
the
Robbie.
show.
When's
Shout out
Robbie
with
going to
the
be on that
community.
show?
Wednesday, you know what I mean? So I can't wait to see that and all that. Rockin' Robbie won't be on our show for a while because we have somebody else coming on our
Hopefully.
show.
That's hopefully.
Hopefully in August. So, I can only deal with one Titan at a time. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
yeah, the guy who's coming on August does have a lot more subs.
they're both equal to me. You know what I mean? They're both big Titans for me. So
And
so
Robbie,
be nice, Bills. Be
we all know
nice.
Robbie doesn't like collected editions. No.
Yeah, I know you like giving Robbie a real hard time a lot.
It's Total Robbie. Total Robbie. That's the new name.
Oh man, everybody, any questions at the end? We'll talk with you towards the end. We'll acknowledge the chat towards the end for the questions. We're just gonna go through these formats. So our guy Fargate, he's got some more stuff to introduce to you. We're doing DC today, right?
Yes. So collected editions. Me and Herman talking about this before. Collected edition. It's just a general term. It means a collection of issues. It's just like so. Just think collected edition is. It's a book which has multiple issues in it. There's multiple different formats and styles. So for DC, I've got this oversized hardcover. They call it a deluxe edition. So it's taller than a trade paperback or single issue. We take out the dust cover, show this great artwork. It's got a wraparound cover. Let's see if I can do this without dropping it. A nice wraparound cover by Alex Ross. This book is written by Jim Kruger and
Oh
Alex
my
Ross.
God, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous.
I don't know if anyone has read. If anyone hasn't read this, man, it's one of the best books out there. The artwork and the story, but that's
And
for a
that's
future
called,
review.
and that's called an absolute.
Now this is just this
Okay.
has an absolute
Feel.
format, but I bought the deluxe edition because it was on sale, so it's not as tall. I'll show you in a minute. So
Yeah, that's what people are gonna get. People are gonna get confused between what's an absolute
okay.
and what's in, you know.
So this book probably they have in a trade paperback. It's a 12-issue max series. So they probably have it in multiple formats, like trade paperback, and in this case, an oversized hardcover, which is just basically taller than a trade paperback. That's a hardcover, but it's the same 12 issues. But it's got a lot of extra stuff in the back, like drawings of each character. There's like 100 pages of extras in this deluxe edition. You know, they have. So this is just there is a absolute version of this. So let me put this down. So an absolute. This is a DC absolute. They're really tall. They're taller than a oversized hardcover. They're taller than an omnibus, and they come in a slip cover. So there's the slip cover. And you have this nice, really tall book. And the reason they do it in the absolute, they only do certain books in the absolute format. The ones that have the great art. They say, oh, this story is really known for its art, and the best way to show off the art is in an oversized hardcover, or even better, an absolute, which is even taller and higher quality because it's got the nice flip case with it. So they're a little bit more expensive. Gorgeous. Like I said, this story is in a trade paperback. Also, it's probably got an oversized deluxe edition, but this is an absolute. It's a collected edition. They call it an absolute because it's like top the line. And there was Kingdom Come. I'm sure everyone's read this, or they haven't. They should.
Oh, careful now.
Yeah.
That's pretty much. They're pretty much absolute. Is pretty much one of those a collector's edition that's really, really oversized. A huge.
Oh yeah. Well, they even have some color gallery editions that I think are taller. This puppy is really thick and heavy.
Yeah, so basically you can have let's say you have a favorite, let's say I'm doing Secret Wars. It's not that's Marvel DC.
Yeah, Marvel will have it in the omnibus.
Yeah. Crisis on Infinite Earth. Let's go there. Like I don't even know if they will have that in an absolute or something like that, but
I have it in a trade and I'm not positive. I bet they do. But
yeah, so they'll have like an event like that, like the main event that it's in a trade paperback, the 12 issues. I think it's 12 issues, right? In a main paperback, you know what I mean? An absolute is literally an oversized of that hardcover type.
Now it could be a 4-issue. It could be 4 issues. It could be 12 issues.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And they show extra art and all that. Let me solo you again. Show that again.
So this. Let's see. Yeah, all these absolutes will have lots of extra stuff in the back. You know, different sketches or behind the scenes. You know, why they decided to do this, whatever. But so
Sheena said library edition.
okay, that is not DC. I do have library editions, but that is Boom or Image or I have. That'll be for another week. The
Yeah.
the library editions, which I do have a few. But right this week we're
Yeah.
concentrating on DC.
That's the thing with
And
these companies. They confuse everybody because they want to name their own things for like library
yeah,
editions and all
oh
that.
yeah, the library
Library
editions.
editions and
The library editions
collector edition.
are like super tall, like the absolutes, and but they're
I
the
have a couple over
independents.
there.
They're a lot cheaper than the absolutes. So, but they usually don't come with a flip case. So here's another absolute has a flip case, as you can see. Nice. Six. And this is another book by Alex Ross and Paul Dini, the world's greatest superheroes. Another great book because of the art. They decided, well, let's put this in the absolute. Now this absolute, unlike the other two, actually has a dust cover also, and then it has that.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I agree
then
with. I won't read it, but I agree with Sheena. Those are very sexy, very awesome looking books. I mean, my goodness. Like you probably just gonna get it just because it looks gorgeous, and just get a regular trade and read that instead of the absolutes. Oh, what did we say? What did we say?
so I believe yeah, this is Alex Ross and Paul Dini. So another absolute worth getting it. Questions, we will answer the questions at the end. But DCBS, Discount Comic Book Service, online. And then they ship international. So Discount Comic Book Service, DCBS. That's where I do it.
Well, they're really huge books, man. Yeah, very hard to handle.
Now, I just grabbed this. So this Black Label Harleen series came out in the singles, the oversized magazine-like size books. Well, they came out with a hardback, so it's tall and it's wide, like the Black Label version. I don't know if did you get any of these issues? It was like 3
Yeah,
issues.
I have the single issues. Yeah.
Okay. This book is great read and it has great art.
Oh, they got a slip. The slip. Got the slip. But it's actually a book cover. But, we'll call it a slip. That is nice, man. Sheena says she has that. Nice.
So yeah, this is Stefan Dajek, story and art. So I don't know if you guys know much about him, but he's a hell of a writer and a hell of an artist, double duties. So
Sweet. Yes, it really is gorgeous. I agree, Sheena.
And then they show all the variant covers in the back. Yeah. Let's go this way.
That is so nice. So nice.
All right. So
gorgeous. Very gorgeous.
So this is DC Black Label hard.
Sheena wants you to show Ivory.
So what?
Is Ivory in there?
Ivy, Poison Ivy?
Yeah. I said Ivory. I don't know what the hell is that. Ivy.
She means poison ivy. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think this is basically her first encounter with the Joker. Now she becomes Harlene. And then, anyway, that's after the DC. Oh, well, actually, this is from a recent fall. My good old 80th anniversary
That's
floppy.
square bound book.
100-page square brown floppy. So, has multiple stories in it. They're not really different issues. They're just a bunch of short stories by a bunch of different authors. The 80th anniversary. So, yeah.
Nice.
You can pre-order. You can pre-order these sometime too. Sometimes I don't see them available for pre-order, but a lot of the ones in the past I was able to pre-order and get it like 40% off. Now, that's it for my DC book. So that's it. Done.
That's it. That's good. Yay!
That's it for DC.
That was a fun show. Fun show. Good job, Bruce. He's got all those fabulous books to show. A great job. Show people. We're gonna do different. Like maybe next month we'll do some indies, and he'll have some indie books to show.
I'll do some library editions next week. I might do some library editions next month, but we might be preempted by our special guest. He might take over the show.
Oh yeah,
he's got like 10,000 books behind him to show. So I don't know.
We're gonna be mesmerized, and
I want him to do.
He probably can have a better way of explaining all these different editions because he's been doing it for so long. Yeah, he's a super guru. You know what I mean?
And he has a special relationship with Marvel, so he kind of influences Marvel on which.
He helps it out. He helps it out.
That might be a hint or spoiler at who it is.
So yeah, man. So wonderful dude, Omar. Hope we can get him in there. He said he'll be on our show. So as long as he has the time to come in do one of our shows, he will. So we're not sure if we're gonna be able to do it because of that. Be able to do the first week Monday or the second Monday of the month, but whichever one we'll let everybody know because he is amazing and Well,
maybe we'll just do a special Amazing Collected Edition show on some random night with him only. Out of the blue.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. We'll just spotlight him, and that's a good idea.
That might be better than trying to plug him into our show and say, "Hey, what's a collected edition, Omar? And why do you not collect singles anymore?"
Yeah. So, all right. So that's the end of that segment. Now we're gonna show you how we get some pre-orders. And Bruce, how do we get some pre-orders?
Well, there's a website I go to called DCBS, Discount Comic Book Service. Now, there's other sites and other ways of doing it. It's the one I use. And every month, they drop the new month's worth of books you can pre-order. So I pulled up the DCBS website, and as you can see, this is current pre-order month, July. So this is a list of, in this section, specials. They kind of pick and choose some books from different publishers that they highlight. But what I think we'll do this time is filter it, start with like Marvel trades, and just show the Marvel trades or collected editions that you can pre-order. But you can, so let me, I made a little list here on my phone. And let me pull it up that I was going to highlight because we'd be here all day if we go through every single book.
Yeah, they got plenty of books and all that. They anything between the omnibuses, everything we discussed, DC with the absolutes and all that, library editions with the image or what, whatever. Sky's the limits. You can get it on the site for half price, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Well, correct. So I just real quickly went through kind of like the Marvel and DC books and added them to my cart. I haven't bought them yet, but I wanted to do it more for highlighting some of the books that I'm going to get, or I think you might be interested in getting, but there's obviously a lot more books. So obviously the first one I grabbed was this Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection trade paperback Death of Captain Stacy. That's volume 6 that everyone's been waiting on, because there's volume 5's been out and volume 7's been out, and everyone's been waiting a couple years for the volume 6 to complete that little run. So it's, as you can see, it's you can see.
Yeah, that's very weird. They have all these volumes all set up, and they don't really put them in order. There's like volume 5, and then volume 7, and then volume 6 is in the middle. You know what I mean? People have been waiting for it.
They jump around. But some of the epics here lately have been going in chronological order, like Fantastic Four and Conan. But so this is definitely one I'm getting on my pull list, because I have volume 5 and volume 7, so this will fit in, complete that little part.
And usually the epics got the titles in the front, and the volume they don't put it in the side; they put it in the
volume's
back.
on the back. What's interesting is you can also pre-order this other epic. I forget which volume this is, but here's another
26
epic
or something like that.
Yeah, so they're printing for the first time volume 6, and it's volume 26. So you can look at the different issues that are in it, and here's the price. 46% off. And I think it used to be 50%. I think they might have raised prices on us.
It used to be 50%, yeah.
I think they realizing they're so popular that they're knocked it down to 46%.
They're also changing publishers. Remember, they're not going
to the Penguin Random House deal with Marvel distribution I think it might affect local comic book stores discounts they get from the new distributor, but it's free shipping for them. So somehow, so Penguin Random House is taking over the distribution of Marvel books. That Marvel dropped the Diamond like everyone else did. So that's why they're rebooting all the single issue teams in October.
Yeah. So keeping on. What's the next book? What's the next one you got up in
there?
Here's
a DC book that I figure everyone would be interested in. Batman by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. Omnibus hardcover volume 2.
Was that available last month or this month?
I don't know if maybe this might be a reprint.
No, volume 2 is new. Because I want that one. I haven't pre-ordered it.
So this is available to pre-order now in July, and it's 50% off. So instead of 46% off, it's 50% off.
Yeah, because I have volume 1. I want volume 2. That's the new 52. That probably a lot of people said is probably the best story out of the new 52 stuff.
Yeah,
it's the most popular, at least.
It's probably the best modern version of Batman.
Yeah, a lot of people love that Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo stuff. You know what I mean?
And then I know I just figured I'd pull this one up since the book's been so good.
Beta Ray Bill.
Now this is just a trade paperback, but it's got all 5 issues in it, and it's 46% off, so $8.63 before tax. So 5 issues for $8.63 before tax.
Yeah, that so far I'm enjoying it. The 5th issue hasn't come out yet, but I'm enjoying the heck out of that one. It's worth the read. Anybody who hasn't picked it up in the singles, you want to pick it up like this, you get yourself a nice discount for it.
Well, the guy who wrote this Daniel Warren Johnson did it all. He wrote it. He drew it.
Wrote it art. And it's pretty good art, man. I enjoy it.
He did that Wonder Woman winter those 3 or 4 Black Label oversized books. He did the Wonder Woman winter something, and then he I think he got big time when he did Murder Falcon. Did you ever read Murder Falcon?
Never did, but I heard of it. It's an award-winning type of
Right. So
story.
that's that kind of blew him up, Werner Falcon.
Yeah, I definitely want to read that, man. I heard a lot of good things about Murder Falcon. You know what I mean?
And then I figured, of course, Conan the Barbarian, original Marvel years, omnibus hardcover, volume 7.
Any Conan fans, there you go. I don't know if they'll ever reprint a lot of these, but anybody who
Well, they
started
were,
from the beginning and big
oh,
fans
they
of it, I
will.
think it's awesome that
Marvel has that license, and it's very expensive, and they have it for a short amount of time. I think they've reprinted volume 1 for sure. But they're pumping these out. I mean, I'm not doing the Conan the Barbarian Omni. I'm doing the Savage Sword of Conan Omni, the first 4 volumes, and then I stopped. The Conan the Barbarian ones, they're coming out with an epic version. So basically, Conan the Barbarian Omnibus Volume 1 and 2-7 are out, but now they're starting to release the epic version. Same story, just different format. It's not as It's just a big thick trade, but it's the same issues, except for the epics usually only have about 15 issues in it. So this and one of these Conan the Barbarian Omnis, like Volume 1, probably they release it in a couple different epics, Volume 1 and Volume 2. So you had the Omni version, and you can start getting them in the epic version now. Volume 1 and 2 are definitely out now in the epic version.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. People who grew up with that. I had a few Conan Barbarians in my day. Ooh, the next one. Yes, yes, yes.
So
Nice.
this is actually this is the digest version, the kids version. So never mind. This is the
Okay.
Mighty Marvel Works Incredible Hulk. So this is something new. This is like a smaller digest version, like a
Yeah.
manga, and it's for the
Yeah.
kids. So this is like a soft cover. So just FYI.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
kids get involved in it, see if they like
let's
it.
see what else.
Old school
I
stuff.
don't know if anyone else is interested in Thunderbolt,
Oh,
but
I know there are a couple of Thunderbolt fans.
this is the DN
We got
variant cover,
volume 2. Yes, that's
volume 2.
awesome.
This is the DM variant cover. So if you're worried about the DN variant version not being available the day it's released, well, pre-order it and save.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, DM means direct market. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's only
mean?
going to be
'Cause,
sold at your local comic book stores or online places like DCBS. You won't see
yeah,
it
you won't
at
see it in Barnes and
Amazon or
Nobles or
bookstores
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
Amazon. Uh, and there's limited amount of direct market covers they do.
Literally, it's for those who collect singles. It's the variant cover for the
Right.
A one
The variant cover for Omnibus.
for Omnibus.
Now
You know
this
what I
just
mean?
came out with in an Omni version. So I see this
I have it
Untold
back
Tales.
there.
I have it too, the omnibus version, but obviously they released it in a complete collection, which is just a thick trade paperback. You know, they call it complete collection because it's all the issues for that run and that writer. So, you know, but it's a soft cover, thick trade, just another same issues as the omnibus that came out a few months ago. So sometimes they'll release the Omni and then
Does it have
they'll
all of
release.
them?
Well,
I
it
think
has.
it has
I
one
think it
bot. I
does,
think it's
doesn't it?
half of it. I think it's half of it because only 14. I think
I
it's
don't see it say. Oh, it does say Volume 1, so maybe there are going to be
yeah.
multiple
There's gonna be
versions.
multiple. So that's what they do. Like sometimes they split it into like 2 or 3 volumes, depending on how many issues it is.
Usually, a complete
So
collection has like basically Volume 1 of a complete collection will have like multiple trades in one book. Now the Omni has it all. So, but in the complete
yeah,
collection, I guess you got to get Volume 1 and Volume 2 if you want this
yeah.
format.
Because I confuse a lot of people. Complete collection, but it's it doesn't have
It's
all of it. It's
yeah.
just a name that they put on there. Like you could get the complete collection, you get them in volumes.
I think they're just saying this is the cheaper version of. So if you don't want to get the Omni, then here's the cheaper version, but you got to get it in 4 big, thick trade paperbacks instead of one big, thick book or whatever. Some
Yeah.
people prefer this format because
Some
it's
people
easier to
prefer it.
hold.
It's easy to hold, easy to read. They can take it with them wherever. Some people get both. Some people actually get the Omni to for their shelf, and they'll get the paperback to read. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird, but a collector's a
And
collector. You know what I mean? Everybody collects their own things. You know what I mean? Some people just collect the omnibuses. They don't even read
I
them.
mean, there's a Facebook Epic collection group, and all they do is collect epics, and they try to collect all 200 of them, and that's their goal. Now, I guess I have. Oh, okay, one last thing I have, just for the
Berserker.
heck of it.
Oh, that's
I
another.
don't
Oh,
know if
that's
anyone.
Berserk, not Berserker.
This is
Berserk.
not Berserker. This is the what do you call it? Manga.
Yeah, yeah. It's manga and it's very popular. It's freaking
And the guy
popular.
who's been writing these just died recently.
Yeah, you
Did you
got
hear about
Jim.
that?
What happened? He what?
The
Oh
guy,
yeah,
the author of these books died before the story was complete.
yeah.
So we're
I
not
think
sure
places
what
like
they're gonna
Jim
do.
Man. I think Omar might have said something about that when that happened or
Yeah,
something like that.
but
And
it looks like
yeah,
Omar was gonna cry or something.
yeah, because
But
a lot of people who read this love this. They love it. I never read it, but I'm
me
pretty sure
either.
if I did, I would like it because he's beloved, man, and it's sad that we lost him before he can finish. I mean, we would have him alive, not to finish and then lose him. You know what I mean? That's what I'm
Right.
saying. But it's still sad that he wasn't able to complete it and he lost his life and all that. But at least they can. I don't know. Did they ever? Did he ever tell anybody how he wants it to end?
I believe what I heard is he took notes, and there's a team that does this book. So there's other people who kind of help out anyhow. So I think they already know the basic plot. Basically, what I've heard is what they've done so far. There is a stopping point they've reached that they could just end it and be all right. But then there's some other miscellaneous stuff that needs to be that they might continue with his notes and some of the other people who are on the team. Someone else will. I mean, it's a team basically.
Yeah, Berserk is a crazy story, and those hardcover books are gorgeous.
Think of
Crime
Jonathan
Station, my
Hickman
man.
kicking the bucket, and well, that's not a good idea because that turned into a disaster.
This, this guy right here, probably a manga fan himself. You know what I mean? He likes the anime. Mangas like anime. At least that's how I feel.
So that's what I added to my
that's what you
little
at it.
cart, and you were going to go ahead and look at some Boom and Image titles. So what I'll do
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah. Go
I'll
to
pull up pre-orders,
yeah, real quick. Got some
and
boom stuff up in here.
go to
Um,
Boom. If you give me a title, I'll try to find it.
Heck yeah. There's one called I don't have any, but I keep hearing it's good. There's one called Lumberjanes, The Trade, Volume 20. I figure
Lumberjanes.
Lumberjanes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I keep hearing how
Uh,
good is that.
yeah, let me see. Uh,
There you
Lumberjanes,
go. Boom. There you go.
Volume
Boom Studio.
20.
Boom. Yeah, yeah.
This
Volume
the one.
20. What issues that collect? Let's
Uh, hell, I can't. It says collects Lumberjanes number 70, number
75.
75. I don't know if this is
Uh,
right.
like, it's 974, so it probably
I think it's more than one
35%
issue. I
off.
don't know. I bet this
It's probably
description
like
is
yeah.
incomplete. Sometimes it's not up to date, but
Sometimes yeah, they don't up to date it, but yeah, anybody who likes Lumberjanes, right there, you gotta get Volume 20 to continue on with that one. Is Eisner nominated, right? Is that Eisner award winning or Eisner nominated?
I'm not sure.
Because it has the thing right there. Oh, Eisner winning. It says Eisner winning on it. Eisner award winning. Um, Very controversial, but it's like Eisner is like the Grammys or the Oscar, the Grammys for music, the Oscars for acting. Eisner, the great uh, uh, Will Eisner. You know what I mean? So
All right.
I just thought I mentioned that. The next one,
What
um,
else you got?
The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Necessary Evil, Deluxe Edition, hardcover, and this says part one, so I guess they're gonna be two parts of
Mighty
this.
Morphin number. I've got to scroll through some of these single issues to probably find it.
There you go. Boom.
Is this the one?
Yeah. Anybody could. These are gorgeous. I wish I started it from the beginning. I should have just started buying them, even though I don't have the first few, because maybe they reprinted. I know they had a Kickstarter with all of them and all that recently, but man, these are gorgeous. Anybody who's reading, who hasn't read those Power Ranger books, these Power Ranger books ain't your your grandfather's Power Rangers. You know what I mean? My Power Rangers. You know what I mean? The silliness from the past. It's actually good superhero book.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody who's seen Phable and all that, he explains it better than I did. But they are fantastic books, man. So yeah,
I
man.
noticed it said deluxe edition hardcover, which means it's going to be like this. It's going to be all hardcover compared to like a trade.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So it's going to be
bigger.
like a deluxe.
And the bigger it is, the better you can see the art. And the words are a little bigger. They are easier to read. They're a little bit not as heavy as an omnibus too, so they're a little bit better to carry. But still a little heavy.
I kind of prefer the oversized hardcover because it's not as thick as an Omni and it's a little easier to handle. But your best price is an omnibus per issue.
Heck yeah. So yeah, there's like stuff like Apex Legend, Pathfinder. I don't know if anybody's collects that Pathfinder.
Anybody
Quest.
doing this one? How about this one? Has anyone read this? I got the first two trades. I haven't read them yet. It's by Karen Gillan.
Really good.
And it's kind of like I think Arthur in the King Arthur shows up in the present day, and
yeah, man,
I think tries to take over the world or something. I heard it's pretty good. I had the first two trades.
I should be reading that. That's my thing right there. So, and it's Boom Studio, so I'm gonna have to like giddy up and get myself a few. Which volume is this?
So this is definitive collection of the first three story arcs of the Eisner Award nominated series by New York Times bestselling author Karen Gillan, Wicked plus Divine, and Russ Manning Award winner Dan Mora, Detective Comics, for the first time in a single deluxe hardcover. So this is like your Something's Killing the Children. It's like a 15 issue, deluxe hardcover that's coming out.
Bro,
and it's only
I'm probably gonna have to pick that up, man.
So 15 issues for $39 in a nice oversized hardcover.
Now Fargate's costing me money. Now it's hashtag blame Fargate now.
My goal here is to convert everyone to collected editions and spend a shitload of money.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's also I don't know.
Here's something even better. Sorry, here is the slipcase edition.
Oh, slip! Anybody would love
for $51.99. Got the look at that. Got yourself a little
sweet
deluxe limited slipcase edition. Woohoo! $51.99. That's still.
Yeah. You got to pay
15
more.
For 15 issues, 15 issues. You pay $4 an issue. You're still spending more $60 before tax on the floppy. So this is even cheaper than that.
Bobby loves Station. Hardcore Station. Bobby, he loves the cover. He loves the cover.
Station.
So, you know what I mean? So
sweet. It's sweet. All right. Did you have anything else? Anything from our Image?
Yeah. Let's go to Dark. Did you show any of the Hellboy stuff?
Dark Horse.
Yeah, let's go to Dark Horse real quick.
Hellboy. All right. There's the
His name was Hellboy. You know, you guys knew I see some Hellboy stuff on there.
You read any of these Black Hammers? You read any of these Black Hammers that are real popular by Jeff Lemire?
I'm not. But he is very popular. Yeah.
All right. BPRD trade back. Which one? There's probably a lot of Hellboys.
Just the volume 1 plague ships. That's what it says here. It's a omnibus volume 1.
All
Is
right,
that from the beginning? No, I'm
all right.
curious.
Let's see. Hellboy. What's it called?
Hellboy omnibus hardcover volume 1. It collects Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore hardcover,
Hellboy.
4th volume.
Well, this
Yeah.
says Hellboy Omnibus Trade Paperback Volume 1. Was this like a soft cover
Oh, that's the soft
version?
cover. Yeah, that's
So
the
how many
soft
issues
cover.
does this like a compendium? 368 page volume covers Hellboy's adventures published from 94 to 97.
Yeah, and the
All
one
right.
I'm looking at is so yeah, that's the original hardcover. I mean, that's the original Hellboy, and
Oh,
then
here
this
we
one's
go. Hellboy. Oh, that's the trade paperback. Trade paperback. I don't know.
maybe Baltimore. I think is something different,
Baltimore
right?
or something. Yeah, it's by the same. It's still by Magnolia, but it's something different.
Yeah, there's a hardcover on that. That's what I'm looking at right now.
So
Um, yeah,
uh, the Baltimore one. Yeah, let me go back to the Baltimore one.
yeah, it's probably up there with the Baltimore. Yeah, there you go. That's why. That's the hardcover. Yeah, that one. It's the first 4 volumes of it.
So yeah, I've heard about it. I haven't read
Mike
anything.
Mignola.
I haven't read anything
Anybody?
by Magnolia.
His name was
Never.
Hellboy.
I haven't read any Hellboy, anything from that universe. I saw the movies.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't see the last one yet, but I
Yeah,
enjoyed the
I
movies,
saw
the
the
first
original
two.
too.
Yeah, the original two was really good. Um, yeah.
Anything else?
He-Man and She-Ra. There's something He-Man and She-Ra off of Dark
Yes,
Horse.
yes. I saw that. Oh, Dark Horse.
It's from 1983 to 1986. Uh, He-Man and his twin sister She-Ra. You know.
Let's see. All right. Bear with me while I scroll through all this because you
She-Ra,
can't just.
She-Ra.
There's no way to search. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm being silly.
keep on with the music while I scroll through all this crap.
She-Ra.
Okay, this is the newspaper strips.
That's a
He-Man.
newspaper strip. There's a He-Man and
How?
She-Ra
Oh,
Comp
here.
Guide Classic. 500
Mini.
pages. Holy moly. 40% off. That's still pretty good. Not 50, but 40% off. $29.99 instead of $49.99 cover. You know what I mean?
I'm not
You
seeing.
found it?
I'm not seeing
It's
that
probably
one
towards the end. I think that's where I found it. You know what I mean?
because I'm here right at He-Man and Masters of the Universe newspaper strips and Masters of the Universe mini
Maybe
comics.
maybe that's it right there.
I don't know.
Oh no, that's mini comics. Just go maybe search for it on the top. You think you could find it if you search for it? It's called He-Man and She-Ra Comp Guide. Oh, you just going? Well, right there. There you go. Boom. That was a lot easier. Yeah, that right there. That I'm interested in that, man. I love me some He-Man and She-Ra. I hope I'm not the only one.
It's a
But
hardcover, but it doesn't say deluxe, so I'm not sure if it's going to be the standard length.
yeah,
I mean, it's a
yeah,
hardcover, but it might just be like
regular
this height,
size.
regular size.
Yeah, the regular size.
Uh,
All right.
and
So I guess
He-Man.
we good for now,
Where's
right?
my Thundercats? Thundercats.
Man, I'll take that too. Ho!
I remember I watched that stupid show my freshman year in college because I got home from classes around 4 in the afternoon. I didn't have anything better. And there was this thing called Thundercats. I go, what the hell is this crap? I got hooked into it.
Ho! Thunder,
Got hooked
thunder,
into it.
thunder, thunder, cats.
And then I guess they did did a reboot of it recently.
Yeah, so now we're going to our review part of our show. You know what I mean? You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
guess since we didn't really have any hauls, so
Yeah, yeah. So
uh,
I do
Um,
have a few books to show, but we could do the holes a little bit later. Do you want
I
to
don't
start your
really
review, or
have.
you want me to go?
I don't have anything. I didn't get my monthly pre-order haul, so I really don't have anything to show. If you do, go
That's
ahead.
fine. That's fine. You showed enough stuff, so I guess before I go to the review, I'm gonna just show a little tiny haul because I didn't freaking get my order neither. So I'll just give myself the spotlight for a second. Hello everyone. So yeah, I showed this before, but I'll show it again. My Something's Killing the Children Volume 1, Volume 3. Um, I bought the first two volumes because I went on the Tomorrow Show Live and we talked about Volume 2 very briefly. But I do have the regular issues, but uh, I love reading them like this too. I could just bend it and do whatever I want with it. I'm not gonna toss it though. So I got that. This is literally regular trade paperback with 5 issues. Um, we probably won't review a lot of those, but I did get this in, which I pre-ordered when they resolicited them, and it took a long time to get to me. But I pre-ordered the Invincible Companion Volume 1. I'm very excited for this. I might start reading this very soon because this might be one of my review. I might review this on this show. So I got a lot of reading to this. This is not 50 issues. I think it's 47 or something like that because it's separated. Or the whole series is separated by 3 volumes. So yeah, this is issues collects issues 0 through 47. So it's 48 issues, and it's thicker than actually the Spawn Compendium, which is weird because this one has 50. This one has So I guess this one what I guess the Invincibles Compendium they use like maybe a thicker paper and stuff
Right.
like that.
Well,
So
Herm, you know what?
yeah,
I
what's
have
up?
all 12 of the hardcover deluxe editions.
Nice,
That's
nice.
those are hard to find right now.
They really are. They really are. You were able to get them before, but after the
Yeah.
show, whew, you might be able to get
Well,
one or two. But I
well, I did
got
like
volume
2 years.
two,
Yeah. Cool.
volume two, issues 48 to 96. You know what I mean? And this is, just the compendiums. They don't have all the issues in the inside. They just give you the number and then you read it. Um, a omnibus or a hardcover will have more, covers of variant
Have
covers
you
and
ever
all
read
that.
Invincible before?
Invisible, nope. Volume 3,
The best
right here. Issues
superhero story
97
ever.
through 144. Yeah, volume 3. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. You know, Robert Kirkman and Ryan Ollie did like most of them. You know what I mean? So all 3 volumes, man. All 3 volumes. It took a long time to get to me. They waited to all three after they resolicit them. They waited to all three, and I literally cover price is $64.99. I got it for half that. I got it for like
Cool.
32 or something, $30 or something. More than half. So I had to get those. So yeah, that's pretty much my haul right there. And exit solo. So yeah, that was my haul. Bruce said his didn't come in, so maybe he does his a video or something
I'll
when
do a
his
separate
haul comes in.
video, or maybe we'll do it Thursday during your haul.
So you know
I'll
what I
save it
mean.
for next
So
month.
you can save it for next month. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff to show. Justin, no good station, my man. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, so we're going to read our review section of our show. So Mr. Fargate, you want to go first?
No.
No. All right, show's over. No, just kidding.
All right, I'll go first.
All right, floor is yours.
All right. So I had multiple books to choose from. I was going to read something else, but I failed and didn't complete my reading assignment. So I'm going to go with Conan Chronicles, the Epic Collection. This is volume 5. So these are even though it says Marvel, these are the issues from the Dark Horse years. From volume 5 is 2010 to 2012. And basically, it collects Conan wrote Kings 1 through 12 and Conan the Barbarian 1 through 6. Now, in the first story arc, the Road of Kings 1 through 12, Roy Thomas, the original writer of Conan the Barbarian issues, in the 1970s, Dark Horse, he was freelancer at that point. They brought him back for like the 40th anniversary. I think he says here in the back, let me pull it up. He does a little afterword. He goes, 40 years. Well, actually, it's 41 years now. If you're counting, that's how long ago it was. The turn of 1970 that Marvel Comics editor-chief writer Stan Lee and I, his associate editor, decided the company should license the rights to Sword and Sorcery Hero for a new comic book. Thus, they bought the license to Conan and started doing the Conan the Barbarian single issues, and then eventually Savage Sword, Conan, etc. Now, eventually Dark Horse got the rights, and so these are the Dark Horse years. But they brought Roy Thomas back in 2010 to do a 12-issue arc.
Legendary Roy Thomas. He did Spider-Man. He did a bunch of Marvel. He did some DC too. So pretty cool, man.
So basically, he said, naturally, when Dark Horse acquired the rights, I was sorry not to be scripting it, but happy for Conan's success in a new fourth decade. And when 2010 rolled around, Dark Horse publisher Mike Richardson felt the time was right for me to write a special 40th anniversary Conan series. At first, I had often done in Marvel was to adopt a non-Conan prose work by Howard into a tale of the Cimmerian. But then Mike changed his mind and invited me to script a special series that would last an even year, 12 issues. Thus was born the series Conan, Road of Kings, to bridge the gap between the events of the Iron Shadows in the Moon and the Queen of the Black Coast. Although its debut occurred only at the tail end of 2010, finishing up Conan's fourth decade as a comic book star, it celebrates the 40th anniversary of Conan the Barbarian #1, which itself had come out nearly 40 years after the Cimmerian first strode black-maned and sullen-eyed into the pages of Weird Tales pulp magazine in 1932. So, basically, his 12 issues, I'll just read the description off the back. Is when the beautiful Olivia, higher to the throne of Ophir, begins telling tales of prophetic dreams and great fortunes. Conan is set on a path, the Road of Kings, but its route full of terrors, one that might lead him straight to the execution of the axe. Conan must brave zombie, Hyborians, dragons, and assassins, as well as the underground catacombs beneath Aquilonia, where lurk creatures more hideous and deadly than anything he's ever encountered on the surface. The Road of Kings is no place for weaklings. Plus, an action-packed adaptation of the classic Robert E. Howard's tale, Queen of the Black Coast, which Conan takes to the high seas with his pirate queen, Billy. So, I had my notes here, so let me grab my notes so I know what I'm talking about. So basically, Roy Thomas returns to when the beautiful Olivia appears aboard a captured ship, telling tales of prophetic dreams and great fortunes. Going and set on a new path, the Road of Kings, blah blah blah. I kind of covered this, so. How would I explain it to you? Let me show you some of the artwork. Find a good page here first. Mm-hmm. So it's your typical Conan book, a lot of action. He's running around with Olivia, this princess, trying to protect her, even though he doesn't really want to. He's getting in trouble. And Trying to find a good splash page here. Come on. Oh, here. Well, here. I'll just pick this.
Nice.
So, yeah, Conan gets captured because he killed some royals, and they're not too happy, so they're going to torture him. And first, and there's this dude who he cut his hand off, who now has like a little sword attachment to the end of his hand. So he shows up and is going to take out Conan, to pay him back for cutting off his hand. But of course, things go wrong, and Conan gets loose. And actually, here's one of the cover pages. And so, let's see, let me find one more thing. Oh, and that's the last page of issue 12. Woohoo! The end.
Woohoo!
Now, after that, Roy Thomas 12 issues, they do a 6-issue kind of introduction to the Queen of the Black Coast Fleet. I mean, that's a famous storyline. And so Dark Horse does their version of it, and they got like the first 6 issues for that. But my next reading is volume 6. It continues the story in volume 6. The song, I believe. So I believe, though.
So you're reading that for next month?
So I finished that, and so the next Epic Collection is the continuation. It goes into this one. So yeah, this is my next. I'm going to read this next. And then I think I heard that the Conan Chronicles Epic line is only going to do 8 volumes. So I'm going to get all 8 volumes, and then I'll complete the Conan the Chronicles run. And then I think I need to go back to my 7 short of Conan omnibuses that I haven't even cracked open and start with the Marvel years. Well, actually, I have some epic Conan the Barbarian epics, volume 1, volume 2 that I've read instead of getting the omnibus, but 7 short omnis are next up too. So,
All right.
That's all I have.
All right. So I guess it's my turn. My turn. So yeah. So this month I'm reviewing. I decided, a lot of station talk. Everybody, always asks, "What's the station?" Of course, it means be excellent to each other. You know what I mean? From the Bill and Ted movies, Excellent Adventures, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. So, of course, I decided to review Bill and Ted's Omnibus, which is not really an omnibus. That's what confuses people. But yeah, I guess Boom and some of these indies like to throw omnibus on there because it was very popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
complete collection, whatever you want to call it, compendium.
Yeah, compendium. It's actually a complete collection, but this collects the Boom Studios rendition, more than rendition, their stories. You know what I mean? So before I talk about this real quick, the first Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure comic, it was an adaptation to the first movie in '89. I don't have a copy of that. Hopefully, I'm trying to find one at a solid price. But I do have the second one, which I'm getting myself right here. I do have the second one right here. Bill and Ted Bogus Journey. This is from the '91 movie, and I'm glad I found this when I found this nice little discounted price. And then of course, and then they came out with like a Marvel. Actually, the first one was DC that created the Excellent Adventure one, and then Marvel took it and made this one, and then they made a 12.
Uh-oh. Did we lose Herm?
Sorry about that, guys. About
It's
that
been
time where I get
it's
kicked
been
out
an
of my
hour.
stream.
Man, you need to get that fixed.
I don't know how you can fix that. I have no idea. I tried to look around, but
That's
back to the
weird.
show. Back to the show. um, so yeah, Marvel. After Marvel made this one, Marvel came out with a 12 issue series of called Excellent Adventures in 91 and 92. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to track down the trade for that. There's a trade for that has all the Marvel ones. I'm gonna get that. But then Boom came out with three different stories. 2015 they came out with let me just open it. I have it written down, but I might as well just open it. 2015 they came out with with it again, brought back Bill and Ted's. This one is Bill and Ted Most Triumphant Return. The second one, that one came out 2015. 2016 they brought back. Wait, the 2015 series is actually a 6 issue series, and then they came back with a 4 issue series the next year, 2016, called Bill and Ted Goes to Hell. And then 2017 they came out with a 5 issue series saying Bill and Ted Saves the Universe. So they put it all in this one omnibus, and then there also a one shot in here called Wild Stallions B side, which I was looking for it everywhere. I thought it was a one shot. Maybe it's something they included for this book that was supposed to come out. So instead of 15 issues, this is actually a 16 issue um, collection. And then of course, last year Dark Horse came out with their own Bill and Ted Are Doomed. It's called 4 issue series for 2020 because the third movie was coming out of Bill and Ted after all the years. But we're discussing this one, and this one I pretty much I pretty much did enjoy this one. I thought they had a lot of references from the movies. Anybody who have seen the movies and any of that, the stations are in here, of course. The excellent, most triumphant return. You know what I
Excellent.
mean? Bogus and all that. You get all that in here. You know what I mean? You get of course about the first. I'll talk about the first series. The first series was mostly about the bad guy after the bogus journey. What's his name? I should have wrote down his name, but man,
The
not
devil.
not uh,
Death.
no,
Death.
no, 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 not that. That is their buddy. But this guy right here, uh, who did not like, he did not like um the 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 Bill and Ted and all that. He hates them, the whole history, because he's from the future. So he gets caught, right? And Bill and Ted, after after everything that happens and all that, Bill and Ted starts trying to create their second song because their first song was a smash hit, off the end of the movie, rock and roll to you, that song from the end of Bogus Journey. And then you see how
Yeah.
all the memes of them becoming famous and all that in the Green Reaper does a solo and everything. So this just shows what happened towards the end of that. And then now they want to do their second song, and they try to go to the future and try to learn what their second song in the future is, which is interesting with this. In these books, people in the movie, their kids are girls, their daughters. In the books, they're sons. So I thought that was interesting. Of course, they had Rufus coming back, the guy that helps them and all that. And they go to the future and they run into a teenage I'm trying to see if his name is up in here. The teenage bad guy, which he's right here in school, and his name is eluding me right now. Now that I'm doing the show, it was in my head the whole day. You know what I mean? Uh, there you go. Uh, they're no Molos. I always say his name wrong, but he's the main bad guy in charge of trying to erase Bill and Ted. So they go to the future and they see trying to get the music. You know what I mean? See if they what the Bill and Ted in the future tells them. They run into this guy, Del Nomos, whatever. You know what I mean? And he's a teenager, and everybody giving him a hard time. Everybody heard about him trying to take over the world and trying to end Bill and Ted because Bill and Ted are very popular in the future, you know. And then they try to be nice to him and all that. And he, of course, he's a bad guy. He turns on them, you know what I mean. But then like they reason with him, and then in the they think it's all good, right? Oh, they go, they train him, they bring him to the past, to the future, how they train in the first movie, and on the second movie, after the second movie, when they came back and actually knew how to play guitar and all that. So they teach him the same thing. He ends up going back before their time and steals their second song and becomes famous and erases Bill and Ted's history. They do not have the princesses and nothing like that. Um, so it's I don't want to say the whole thing, but it's a quick, fun read and all that for the second story, and I really enjoy that. Anybody who wants to read the story and get this book, get it, it's worth it, and try to see how they get out of that jam that they got out of. And then the second one, of course, is Bill and Ted Goes to Hell, and so yeah, I'm trying to go to it, see if I can
Are
show a
these
picture.
issues, were the movies based on these issues, or are these just issues spin-offs or
They're
unrelated?
like they're like they're like spin-offs. They off the movies, a lot of stuff that happens off the movies. Like like a lot of the characters that they put off from the first movie of history, you know what I mean? When they get Lincoln and all that, they ask for their help again. And every issue is different. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then they obviously in Station, of course, the two little aliens that form into one that actually is the station. They 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 help out a lot all the time. They're always trying to get them, but they were erased from their time in the first series. But I'm not gonna continue on with that. Let people read that. But Wild Stallions B side is it's a one shot that came out uh, that has like six different stories, and then at the end it has a story with the princesses, because they actually in the band they play the guitar, the drums and whatever.
Right.
So they're members of the band, so they have their own adventures in it. Um, so Bill and Ted Goes to Hell. It has some evil being takes over uh the Grim
Show some of the
Reaper.
artwork.
Oh, you want to see some of the artwork?
Yeah. Who wrote
I,
it? Who was there a main writer for all those issues, or was it a bunch of different people?
There's a bunch of different people. I should have named it, but that's the art from one of the covers. This one actually has at least a cover. It has the
Right.
Grim Reaper up in there. You know what I mean? The Grim Reaper is playing Connect Fourth up in there. Let me give myself he's playing Connect Fourth up in here. You know what I mean? He gets taken over by somebody. You know what I mean? And that somebody somehow tricks him into taking his powers. So I don't want to say who it is, 'cause I don't want to blow it. It's someone from the first movie. But if you see it, you're like, oh, of course it's gonna be him. He ends up taking over. Um, and of course in this one, the guy who from the first who tries to take as a teenager, he's an adult again. He ends up dating. He ends up marrying Missy. If anybody know who Missy is, which used to be both Bill and Ted's
Mm,
stepsister. So she divorced both of their dads, and now is dating the bad guy. But he is now reformed. You know what I mean? And of course, Bill and Ted figures out that something happens to the Grim Reaper, and they go try to save him. You know what I mean? And I just want to make sure. And then they show like a lot of the. Let me see. If anybody remembers the nightmare of Bill and Ted from Bogus Journey. You know what I mean? There you go. You got the commander, the granny who like wants to kiss Ted, and the big bunny that Bill's afraid of. You know what I mean? And you see a lot of action here. You see the Grim Reaper doesn't have his powers anymore, so he's getting his butt whooped. You know what I mean? And so see, so they try to get her. I forgot her name, Ark or whatever her name is. She's part of the first movie. Lincoln. So they try to get all these people to try to help them take. They try to help them try to take back hell. You know what I mean? Because they took over. Somebody, I'm not gonna say who it is, took over hell and tied up the devil and all that. And he took command of everything. So he wasn't just happy with that. He had to take over heaven too, and he does that, and he becomes the master of heaven and hell. You know what I mean? And that's all I will go from there. I don't want to keep going on the story.
Who's the publisher on that?
This is Boom Studios.
Boom.
Boom Studios.
So
It's their
is
books.
that available? I mean, not to pre-order, but is it still in print? Do you know?
I'm not sure if it's still in print, but it's not sold out everywhere. You can still find it. You know, you can still find it in a My Comic Shop. You can still find it
In
online.
stock trades, maybe,
In stock
or
trades,
Amazon.
Barnes and Nobles might have them and all that. I mean, the cover price is $29.99. See if you can find it on sale someone when they throw a sale somewhere and all that.
Well, I want to
$29.99 is
know.
still not
Yeah.
bad.
Well,
I mean,
Herm, I want to know is when the crossover with Wayne's World is going to happen.
Yeah, right.
That would be a Wayne's World and Bill and Ted crossover. I'm waiting for that.
Bill and Ted Saves the Universe is the third one, which it has them. Of course, it says Saves the Universe, so it's dumb, you know, alien invasions and all that. So they're trying to save the universe from an alien invasion. Uh, Rufus helps them, you know what I mean? And then, of course, somehow in this one, they meet two important beings in their life. I'm not going to say who they are. They show up here to help them. Uh, all heck breaks loose. And that's all I'll explain for that. But yeah, it is a fun ride. I enjoyed it. I mean, if I were gonna give it a rating, like a backlog kind of rating, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5 because I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, you know. And then the end it shows some pictures. I want to make sure
With the different covers.
different covers. So this one imitates an omnibus, even though it's not as big as an omnibus or a hardcover.
They show any of the sketch work or black and white pencils?
That they don't show. No black and white stuff.
Yeah, you gotta get the absolute for that.
You know what I mean? But they do show a lot of the covers for a lot of the issues and stuff like that. So yeah, it is a really fun read. Shows up with the princesses. And anybody who loves the characters and all that shows up with all of them from the first movie. You know what I mean? And actually from the second too. They got the Station up in there. Station! You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I enjoyed the heck out of this book. Look at it. Wonderful art. Pretty good art. Let me show the writers real quick. The first series had a guy named Brian Lynch as the writer, Jerry Gaylord as the penciler, and then Brian Joines. He wrote the next two series, and he had a couple of Backchime as the artist. So fun book. Hopefully people see this and they want to buy themselves their own version of this. Station, everyone. Bill and Ted. What else can I say? I freaking love Bill and Ted.
Station.
Station.
Excellent.
I'll take myself out. Most excellent. Excellent. Everybody say excellent. No, Wayne's World is a copycat. You know what I mean? Wayne's World's a copycat, man.
Well, that's why I said they need to
You
do a
know,
crossover and have like a
I
band. What's it called? A battle of the bands.
yeah, I enjoy Wayne's World, but you know, they're right there. Belen says I enjoy them a little more. So this is the some quick questions. You know, we almost going towards the end of the show. We're an hour and 20 minutes in. We're
Oh, we
trying
can
to
go
keep
3 hours tonight. No problem.
Nah, we're going to the end.
Yes, we had plans. Gotcha.
We got plans. So
All right, questions. Come on.
anybody with the
I
question?
think I answered TM Nerdy. You can go to DCBS and pre-order stuff, and they have international shipping, which means from Canada, obviously, you have options to pick international or overseas or whatever shipping on DCBS. I don't know how much it is, but with COVID in Canada, who knows?
Yeah, he asked about shipping over there. How much
Because
would it be?
for me, I do once a month shipping, and it's a flat $750. It doesn't matter if I have 2 books or 200 books.
Yeah, so if he's, I will hope he's watching on the rewind because he did have to leave. But yeah, TM. So you're in Canada. You might have one flat rate shipping price, and you could get all your books. If there's a few books you want to get on sale over there, that's cheaper than try to get it in
Well,
full price.
he
So
orders a lot online because he doesn't have a lot of local comic book stores in Europe. So
yeah, he likes reading the bunches too. So uh, whenever they have the Spawn Compendium for pre-order, volume two,
yeah,
he could do that there. So
yeah,
you know,
sure.
whatever he chooses. Yeah, cheap graphic novel also starts pre-order. You have to look for it, dude. They don't have a good system going right now. They're
They're
working
new.
on
They're doing
that,
the pre-order. They're kind of
but
new doing the pre-order thing.
yeah, they're new, but they're getting there. So if you can't get it through here, sometimes uh if DCBS if they don't have it no more, sometimes cheap graphic novel will have it for another week or two,
There's
and you can
another
get it
place
like that.
called Tales of Wonder, which is owned. Okay, Tales of Wonder, Stock Trades, DCBS, Lunar. They're all owned by the same people. They're just different sites. In Stock Trades, there's not any pre-orders, but you basically get big discounts on in-stock trades, but you gotta wait until the day it releases. And good luck with that because things sell out quickly. So that's why DCBS is good for pre-ordering. All right, guess we had a good fourth.
Yeah, I want to say I like the piece on Carlos Tego did on the Bad Batch. Have you seen that? I'll show it right now, real quick.
Uh,
It's freaking awesome,
any other
man.
questions? Come on.
Oh boy, come on, man, that is
Hey,
awesome, man. You got Robbie
Bobby.
on top.
Bobby said his son's a big Berserker fan. He turned me on to that.
Wait, hold on. Let me go back.
I don't know. Yeah,
Any,
Team Nerdy. I have to catch the rest on the replay.
yeah. Yeah.
Or
Any
you
more
get
questions?
this.
Anybody about collector edition and all that? Any questions and all that? Bobby, we had a great 4th of July. Hope you did too. We did answer that a little bit in the beginning, but we did have. I got to see my family. Got to pick them up towards the end, and went to the bridge and saw the fireworks and all that. So I was able to enjoy that. And then we went to my mom's roof and enjoy, in her building and enjoy the rest of them there. So everything turned out great. My 4th of July ended up turning out great. So, and then Bruce said his 4th of July was great too. He watched some fireworks with the family. Yeah, man. So I guess there's no real questions out here. There was a few in the beginning. You answered one of them. So
So everyone get on DCBS and set up your account. Start pre-ordering. You can do monthly shipping for a flat fee of $750. Get 50% off. I mean, you can even do an online pull list on DCBS and get floppies.
Yeah, you can get the single issues too on there for a good price, bag and board it. You know what I mean?
40%
Especially if you
off,
don't
I
have an
think, usually.
LCS, especially if you don't have an LCS close to you, that'd be perfect. You know what I mean?
Uh,
So
I mean, you can do weekly shipping on DCPS, but then you're paying $750 every week. Where I can wait. So I wait. I do it monthly, $750. The trades or omnis. I don't care if I get it this week or 4 weeks from now. It doesn't matter. Now the floppy, some people they say, "Oh, I got to have it that Wednesday." Well, I don't mind waiting. Get it monthly, and usually I have like 2 Spider-Man issues that come in my monthly haul. So I'm really, you know, I get to read them back to back right then.
yeah, to each his own. Like I like I like both. I wait, but I like reading right there too. So whenever I
But
get to read them. So yeah. So I guess that's good for this week. I hope everybody enjoyed this show. Uh, Hopefully we'll have Omar from the Recognitions in our next show. That'd be fantastic. Don't say nothing
that's
again.
you gonna
Again,
jinx it.
happy birthday, TM. I hope he's having a great time. But
Happy
interviewing our guy
birthday
Robbie,
to Tim.
and
Happy
then
birthday, Tim. Happy birthday, Tim. Where'd you go?
so so my next show will be on Wednesday, Whiplash Wednesday. You know, me and Sam, we're gonna talk some as soon as I can find the picture up on here. Man, me and Sam, no, that's another one. Hold on.
Yeah, what do you
Boy,
see him talking about this Wednesday?
we're gonna talk about some indie '90s indie characters. I mean, from Image. You know, what I mean, some '90s Image characters. There you go.
Did you guys
July
finish the
7th,
Nick
6 p.m.
Spencer?
6 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna talk about that, and funny you say that. Funny you say that. Uh, of course, the next week after that, we're doing the Uh, Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars. We're covering that. You know, the whole first Marvel big first event. You know what I mean? And then of course you said it. I'll put it up. My man Sam Osborne. We're gonna keep covering some more of the Nick Spencer run. I think we're doing issues. We're gonna cover a little more this time because there's some issues we could cover a little faster than the others. We're covering issues 58. We're trying to get all the way through the beginning, 58 through maybe 70 or something like that. We'll see. I have to discuss that with my man Sam, but that's 3 weeks from now. And yeah, so my next show is on Wednesday. You got Whiplash Wednesday with the Bad Batch happening. TM Nerdy, sit down, the Blame Phable show, Nick Comic Culture stuff. Me and Sam, and of course, Chamorro Cinema end the night with his show. Um, Whiplash Wednesday, join us all. Great night, a lot of fun on New Comic Book Day, best day of the week. Bruce,
Hit that
Fargate,
like button, hit the subscribe button,
if you
ding
like the
ding.
video, there you go. There you go. All that what he just said.
We're trying to get Herm up to the 1,000
Yeah,
subs.
yeah. So,
They can get monetized.
yeah, happy birthday, TM. Yeah. So, thank you everybody for joining us. I hope everybody learned something today. It's part of get collected editions and omnibuses and all
Probably
that good
giving him a
stuff.
headache.
We enjoy. Peace out. Station and peace out, everybody.